Good morning. Hello, hello, hello to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my beautiful darling, our mutual beautiful darling friend Janina for inviting me to be a part of your event this morning. I guess it's not morning where you are, where many of you are. I'm in Utah, I'm in Mountain Standard Time, so I'm a couple of hours ahead of you. I hope that this Monday afternoon for many of you finds you healthy and happy and safe, and you are ready to slay this amazing, incredible week that we've just begun. My opportunity for you today is to share with you how I apply my makeup. I, like Janina, I wear Mascara Beauty Cream 3D Foundation, and I absolutely love it. But I want to tell you first a little bit of a backstory about me. I am 41 years old. I'm a mother of 5. I'm a wife. I am a grandmother. I am a very, very active person. My whole entire life, I have been into sports. I'm very athletic. I'm very practical, and I kind of consider myself a realist. Spending a lot of time in a bathroom getting ready for me is neither practical nor something that has ever been of interest to me. I'm not a big makeup person. I'm not a big beauty background person. I'm not big into style and the latest trends and the latest fads and who's doing what and who's wearing what. I like to be comfortable, and I like to be comfortably me. I want to feel good in my skin, absolutely, but I also want to know that I look like me, I feel like me, and I can be comfortable in whichever setting I'm in, no matter whether that's on a ball field, on a court, or at a formal gala or dance, or wherever I am, which is why I love this makeup so incredibly much. It is practical, it is easy, it is simple, even for somebody like me who has so little experience in the beauty industry. It is affordable. It is incredible. Thanks for joining, you guys. Everybody say hey once you pop on, if you wouldn't mind. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Angela. Hey, Janina. Hi, guys. And anybody else who joins in, please, as you join in, please say hello. Again, my name is Lene. I am lucky enough to have met Janina over the last several months and absolutely adore her, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity that she has asked me to come and teach you about some of my favorite tips and tricks regarding this makeup. So like I was saying, I like things in my life to be very simple. I'm a t-shirt and sweats, leggings, shorts. I enjoy not being poked and pinned and tucked and prodded and having to squish into something. I enjoy being able to relax and breathe, which is why this makeup fits so well into my lifestyle. However, there absolutely 100% for me is a time and a place where I enjoy dressing up, where I enjoy going out and being with my husband, being with my fellow mascara artists. We have an opportunity every single year to dress up very, very formal, and no matter where you are on that spectrum, either end, no matter who you are, no matter your preferences are, this makeup can be tailored to exactly what you want it to be, but it can do it in a very healthy, very simple, very quick, very efficient, and very affordable way. So let's get started. This is my own personal compact. This is my compact that I take with me, that I travel with. In fact, I just got home from a weekend away, and I took this compact and just a couple of my very most favorite brushes. Let me grab them right here. This is what I travel with: my makeup, a couple of brushes, and my mascara wand, which I have misplaced. It's right here. This is it. This is my entire everything. These right here will fit in a very, very small pencil pouch, and this will do anything that I want, from very, very minimal, very, very basic, all the way up to incredibly glam. We also have multiple other sizes, patterns. We have so many different sizes, patterns, colors, compacts in all different, here's another one that's even smaller. We have something for everybody, no matter what your personal preferences are. So you don't have to look at this and think, oh my heavenly days, that's so much makeup. There's never in a million years am I ever going to use that, let alone want to spend the money to purchase it. Well, guess what? You don't have to. You can customize your size, your compact, however many levels, and everything within it. You can customize it 100% to what you use, what you want, what you need. There absolutely is something for everybody in every aspect. So let me show you about me. Because I'm a makeup artist and because I travel a lot, I travel quite a bit actually, and I have teenage daughters who live with me. I'm a mom of 4 daughters and 1 son, and all of my girls wear this makeup, and they started from the time they were 12 years old up to my 26-year-old. They all love this makeup, and they are all very, very different from each other. And so my makeup, because I'm the mom, and moms are responsible for remembering and packing and bringing something for everybody, this is what I have in my compact, not only for my kids, but when I'm traveling, when I'm out and about, when people ask me about my makeup, when people ask me about what I do for a living, I have the opportunity to have this, and it showcases all of the variety of options that you can have. So in here has all of my foundations. Our makeup is a cream foundation, similar to if you were to purchase a bottle of liquid foundation or a compact similar to this of powder foundation. This is our foundation. This is the base that you put on your skin for color correction, for brightening, for contouring, for illuminating, for your glow. All of this right here, these are all different foundation colors for different skin tones. These colors right here are all of the options that I personally like to have with me for changing, for giving myself, allowing myself and my daughters a variety of contour options depending on how dramatic, how dark, or how light or natural we want our makeup to be, depending on what's going on that day. That is not something that you have to have. You have the ability to start with something as simple, and I don't have any makeup in this, forgive me, but you have the ability to start with something as simple as this. This is just one single layer. It fits 4 individual tins in it, just like this. So you can have your foundation, your contour, a lip color, an illuminator, or a powder, or a bronzer, whatever you want. It's something as simple as this. I recommend the size that's just slightly bigger than this, but you can customize everything that you're going to see me do according to what works for you, specifically for you. So this first layer, like I said, this is my foundations and my contour. My second layer has my lip and cheek colors. These are my blushes, my illuminator. This is what I use to fill in my brows, my lip colors. These colors I use for a little extra glow, a little extra youthful look. That's what they're meant for. And then this back section has my eyeshadow preferences. It also has my lip conditioner, which is absolutely the most amazing thing you will ever put on your lips. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it and I can't live without it. And then I have a couple of powders. This is my setting powder. If you are an oily skin girl, or if you are somebody who does not prefer the look of a dewy makeup finish, you absolutely can have a matte finish or oil prevention, either one depending on what your preferences are, built in and carried around already in your compact, just like everything else. And then I have a couple of powder illuminators that I'll show you as well. So we're gonna get started. I am going to use my very most favorite brush. This brush right here is called nicknamed the B Square brush. You find it on the website under blush and bronzer brush. If you click on the website, click shop, and then go into brushes and tools, you'll find this brush here under blush and bronzer brush. This is my absolute favorite because, like I said, my own personal preferences are a very simple, very easy, very minimal look. I spent decades of my life doing as much damage as I possibly could to my skin. I have age spots, I have sunspots, I have freckling, I have melasma. My skincare, my mascara, Tres Leche Skincare, has drastically changed the health of my skin. It has repaired so many things that I spent so many years damaging, but because I spent so many years damaging my skin, the repair process is going to also take years and years. It's something that I'm actively doing every single day. So right now I don't have anything on my skin other than my morning moisturizer and which is I prefer jojoba oil for my morning moisturizer because it won't mess with my cream makeup. If you're using a different type of moisturizer, a cream moisturizer, you need to be very, very careful about using moisturizer with any type of makeup, but specifically with cream makeup. Cream on cream is going to slide. So if you're using this makeup, if you have this makeup, you want to make sure that any moisturizer that you're putting on your skin in the daytime, it has had an opportunity to fully absorb into your skin before you apply your makeup. Otherwise, your makeup and your moisturizer in most instances are not necessarily going to jive together, no matter what brand of makeup you're using. Creams, though, specifically are phenomenal. They are amazing for healthy, glowing, beautiful, natural, and youthful skin, no matter your age. A common misconception for a lot of women as we age and as our skin matures, as our skin has gone through life like anybody, our skin, even though we've been somebody, and this is a common misconception among women, even though we're somebody who has always had fair or medium skin throughout our whole entire life, even though our skin color doesn't necessarily change. If we are a fair person, we've been fair our whole lives. As we get older, we're still fair. However, the hyperpigmentation, the details, and the pigment in our skin does change. And so as we age, as our skin matures, it's very, very important that you shade up to a slightly darker color as we go through the aging process. And many, many women don't know that. So a lot of women of older generations from 40s and above, my generation, have a tendency to stick with the exact same color that they've always used, because your skin is your skin. Our skin, we go out in the sun and it'll change slightly, or during the winter months when we have a little less sun on our skin, it will lighten slightly. But for the most part, our skin stays, our same true color that we've been our whole entire life. But the pigmentation, the melasma, the hyperpigmentation, the sunspots, the age spots, those all have to then be taken into account. And so because those are a part of your skin, and more so as we age and as we mature, as our skin matures, you need to be able to shade up to a slightly darker color to help compensate for that. Otherwise, you're going to be wearing a makeup color that for most people is way too light for your skin. So Janina is amazing at color matching, and she will color match you to what your skin, what your foundation colors are exactly for your skin right now at whatever stage you are at in life. So I think I'm going to actually show you the cheetah hack. This is a very, very simple process. It's one that I apply with my finger and then I blend with my brush. Now, this application process, or this application technique, is one that I've decided I wanted to show you because it showcases how little makeup you need in order to get amazing, incredible, wonderful, beautiful coverage while still looking like yourself, while still looking natural, but covering all of those age spots, those sunspots, the melasma, the hyperpigmentation that we accrue on our skin throughout our life. So let me just show you how I do that. I'm going to start with the contour color. Now keep in mind, both of these colors on this top layer, they are both the contour and the highlight foundation. They are both foundation. They are both going to offer coverage. So because they both offer coverage, it is no longer necessary for anybody to layer makeup on top of makeup on top of makeup. You have the ability to apply this brand, this type of makeup, this foundation in one layer, which improves your skin health, which means you're using less product on your skin. You're allowing your skin to breathe more, and you're not clogging your pores. You're not loading on excess product, which in turn means using excess product and having excess costs that's just not necessary. There's so many good reasons to only apply your makeup in one layer. Plus, makeup on top of skin is meant to bond to skin. But if you are layering makeup on top of makeup on top of makeup, makeup isn't necessarily going to bond to makeup. In fact, in most times it will not, and it will slide, and it will blend together, and it won't look as natural. And it just is so much easier and so much better and a quicker process to apply your makeup all in one layer. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm actually going to use this contour color that I took out. So this contour color looks very, very, very dark. I know it looks dark and it looks intimidating in this tin. However, the pigmentation in these tins is such that a tiny, tiny little bit goes a long, long way. Now I'm going to start with one side of my face and show you how this works just on one side. And I'm just using my finger to dot this makeup right where I want my contour to go. So the purpose or the intent of contour is to create shadow. That's all you're doing. You're making a shadow, or if you already have shadow on your face because you have structured cheekbones or a structured jawline or a good, proportionate sized forehead, you already have those shadows on your face, and what this is going to do is going to emphasize them. It's going to bring out the shape and the structure and the bone structure that you already have in your face. I have a very round face, especially when I smile. My face is incredibly round. My cheeks, I have a lot of flesh in my cheeks, and they are very, like, my whole face is very round. It's just round. I don't have very prominent cheekbones, but I want to create them. When we have that structure, when we have that dimension in our face, it can be very slimming, and it makes for a more youthful look, which is the reason that we wear makeup in the first place, is because we want to look more youthful and even and glowing, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that by any stretch of the word. So I am going to create shadow here underneath my jawline, and I've done this just with my finger. You can dot it, you can swipe it, you can also apply it with a brush if you prefer. But you can see already by having just the shadow here, even though it looks like a stripe to you, by having just a shadow here, look at how much it already looks like I have a cheekbone on this side versus the round, flat, pancake shape of my face on this side. It makes an enormous difference. Once I blend it in and you can no longer see the stripe, you're still going to be able to see the shadow. It's just not, it's going to be blended in, and it's going to give the appearance of being a structured jawline, okay? So, like I said, I'm just going to do one side really, really quickly while I'm explaining it, and then I'll hurry and speed through the second side so that you can see how quick and how easy this process is. Now, Janine is going to match you to your highlight color, and I'm just going to dot my foundation on my skin just like that. That is let me put just a little bit on my nose. That is all the product that you need. You do not need a lot of product on your skin in order to get really, really good coverage. The coverage has to do with the type of product that you're using, the pigmentation in the product that you're using, in addition to the tool in which you are using to apply or blend that product. Now, I used my finger. Our skin is almost a completely solid surface. Obviously, it's made of skin cells, and it's not a totally solid surface. We have pores and things in our skin. It's not 100% solid, but it's very, very close. Versus a brush. Case in point, let me show you the difference between the two. You can see the density or how packed the bristles on each of these brushes are. This one, let me show you this side. It'll show my point a little bit better. This one is very fluffy. It's very, very soft. There's a lot of movement in this brush, in the bristles in this brush. This one, however, is very dense. There's very, very minimal movement. I can slide my finger through it, but the bristles won't move as freely and as easily as they will in a longer bristled, fluffier brush, right? So in a longer bristled brush, you're going to have, because there's more spread out surface area, you're going to have more spread out makeup application. So in a softer, more fluffy brush, you're going to get less of a makeup application. In a much more dense, more tightly packed brush, you're going to have more of a tightly packed or a heavier makeup application. So depending on what your personal preferences are, that's how you want to determine which of our mascara 3D foundation brushes you want to choose. And we can help you walk you through whichever one is going to be best for you. You don't have to know any of this. You're a mascara artist. Janina is going to help you determine which one is the best one for you. But depending on how you want your makeup application to look in the end, whatever you want your end result to be, that's going to determine which brush you're going to want to use to either apply or to blend. I applied with my finger, but I'm going to blend with this brush. Because this is a loosely packed, bristled brush, it's going to allow me to get a really, really nice, soft, airbrushed look without having to use a lot of product. And again, I'm only doing this on one side of my face for now. I blend the light color first, and then once I blend the light first, because I'm using the same brush and I'm not even going to wipe it off, I'm not going to dip into anything more, I'm not going to rub it on a towel or anything like that. I'm going to go right into the dark color, and I'm going to blend that color right where it is. Now your contour goes along your hairline because it's creating a shadow right here on your hairline. What that shadow does is, the way our eyes work, anything that is light and bright pulls forward. It appears to be more prominent to our vision. Anything that is shadowed pulls back. It appears to minimize our vision. So I have a very large forehead. I mean, you can see how many fingers it takes to cover my forehead from my brows to my hairline. I have a large forehead. I typically wear my hair kind of covering my forehead just slightly, just like this. But because of that, I want to minimize the size. Let me show you again. I want to minimize by placing that shadow here. I'm going to minimize the appearance of my forehead by putting that shadow on the outside. What that shadow is going to do, number one, is it's going to minimize the space that I have where that shadow is, and it's going to emphasize the light that I have here in the center of my face. And because light pulls forward, darkness pulls backwards, I'm going to give myself kind of an instant facelift. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's very, very simple, very, very quick process. That's all it took. Now, same thing here. I'm going to create this shadow. It's going to pull back, so it's going to minimize this section of my face. It's going to make me appear like I have a very long, thin, slender jowl area because I have this shadow here, which in turn is going to make my cheekbone more prominent. So it does, each of the areas that you place your contour has kind of a two-part process, just like that. So I've blended it in. You can't tell, let me blend it just slightly better. It always translates just a little bit differently, there we go, through the camera than it does in real life. So I still have that shadow, I still have my prominent cheekbone, but I've minimized and I've shaded and I've shadowed this area here in my jowls, so it gives me the appearance of a much longer, thinner, more youthful look. Same thing under my chin. If you have a shadow right here under your chin, no matter what your face shape is, even if you have a more rounded jawline, it's not structured, it's not kind of a bend, it's not prominent, you can still draw that shadow with your brush, with your finger, apply your contour color here where it would be, and then blend it out just slightly, and that appearance of that shadow is going to give the illusion that you have a bend or a more structured jawline, again creating more of a youthful, more slender, slimming appearance. Okay, so you can see the difference in the two. Let me pull my hair back so you can see the difference in the two sides of my face. You can see how much coverage I have here with having used very, very, very little product. I used hardly anything on my skin. In fact, if I use that much on my skin every single day, then this tin that I use is going to last me probably a good 5 to 6 months, because you don't need very much to get a really, really good coverage application. You can see still that you can see my hyperpigmentation, you can see my freckling, you can see discoloration in my skin, you can see a little bit of the darkness here under my eyes, and my face is very, very round on this side compared to a more lifted, more structured, more shapely appearance on this side. So that's how we do it with our finger. That's the cheetah method. Just dot the colors wherever the colors go on your skin, all over the place. Then take your brush. You can even take your perfector sponge and blend it in all over the place. Now I'm going to show you how I do that same type of application using a brush. I actually prefer to use 2 different brushes for my makeup application. These 2 brushes I use dang near every single day. I absolutely love these 2 brushes. Again, it's the blush and bronzer brush, which we commonly refer to as the B squared brush. B squared meaning one side B for blush, one side for bronzer, B squared. This one is called the Detail Hack brush. I absolutely love this brush because of the nature of the design of this brush. It has an oval shape top. So the very top of it is shaped like an oval. I absolutely love that. But all around that top, you can see it's a very flat, kind of like a flat top surface. It's very flat, which means you have kind of an edge here all the way around. I love this edge. It allows me to apply my contour very easily under my cheekbones. So to apply your contour, you want to hug your cheekbones. So the highest, most prominent part of your cheek, you want to go just below that. That's what's going to make that prominent part of your cheek stand out. Wherever it's the highest, we want to emphasize the shadow underneath that, just like so, okay? And then the same thing along my hairline, just like so. I like to blend this up into my hairline so that I have a nice, smooth, even application. And then right underneath my jawline again, same thing that we did on the other side. Now this one I'm applying it below my jawline, underneath the surface of my jaw because of the shape of my face. Like I said earlier, if you have a more round face, if you have a little bit extra fatty tissue here, if you have kind of a jowl area here, you can draw that right on top of that surface and create that shadow to where you want the jawline to be, and it's going to give you the exact same effect. Okay, so I'm going to apply this here underneath my jaw, and then I'm going to blend slightly down my neck, because we always want our face to match our neck and chest area. We don't want to look like we have a floating head. We have the different color makeup than the rest of our skin. We want it to look very, very natural and very, very easy. Okay, so this is the Detail Hack brush, and I absolutely love this brush because of its shape, because of its ease of application. So and you can blend this. I blended afterwards. I blended everything all together at once on this side. I'm blending as I go on this side. There's no right or wrong way, There's no right or wrong way to apply your makeup. Whatever you like to do, whatever works for you, your processes, your efficiency, that's the right way to do it. If it works for you and you enjoy the turnout, you love how it looks, it is so incredibly easy. I was about to put on makeup, but now I don't want to because it's not this line. Catrice, I couldn't agree more. Nothing is more simple, nothing is more beautiful, and offers amazing, incredible coverage like this, despite makeup preferences. All makeup preferences can be matched using this makeup line. It's absolutely phenomenal. You can see just by creating that little bit of shadow how much more cheekbone I have, how much more light the center of my face has, and I haven't even put on my brightening. I haven't even put on my highlight color yet, or my brightening color, which I'm going to show you in a minute. It just, the difference in placing the right color in the right location is huge. It's amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to take my B squared brush. So I did my contour with my Detail Hack brush, which I love. You can use this brush for your highlight and your contour and your blush and your illuminator. Same thing for this brush. You can do all of those things with this brush. However, the combination of the two, I love how this side of this brush applies my contour. It's just so easy for me to use, so efficient, so incredible. And this brush is only $36, and you get 2 brushes from that one $36 purchase. This one also, $36, 2 brushes. And you can use each one of these ends. They're created for a specific purpose. But you can, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want to do with any of these brushes. You can apply them however works for you. So now I'm going to take my highlight color. That's this color right here. This is the color of my skin tone. And I'm just going to tap this color on and then really lightly blend. Just like so. I have just a little bit darker nose than the rest of my face because my nose tans so fast and so easy, as it does on many people. And then I have just a little bit of a leftover blemish here on my forehead. I had shingles last week, and I have just one little dot there that once I apply and blend, you can no longer see. Just like that, okay? So that's my highlight and contour. Now, if I were to do this on my own, if I were to get ready for my day without explaining, without doing a video, without walking anybody through it, everything that I've done so far takes about 30 seconds. highlight, contour my whole entire face, and applying it and blending it in, it takes about 30 seconds. It is incredibly quick, incredibly efficient. Because I'm explaining it, it's going to take, obviously, some extra time. Now, we have close to, I think we have 25. I believe that's the accurate number. We have 25 colors that you can choose from, and this is not all of them. This is only some of them. I have a couple more in my own personal compact. Some of these are the same colors because this is my personal and this is my artist kit that I have for my customers to choose. Some of these colors are in both, but we have a total of 25 lip and cheek colors for you to choose from. We have so many. Many women, especially those who tend to have some redness in their skin, they don't want to wear blush. They do not want any additional redness to emphasize the red in their cheek. However, before I started, I have a lot of red. I have a lot of pink in my skin tone, and you can see I no longer, I mean, obviously I have pink hair, but you can see that I no longer have any pink in my skin tone. It looks very natural. It looks very light. You can see the shadowing, you can see the contour, but I no longer have pink in my skin. However, you want that pink in your cheeks because you never, ever want to skip blush, because having that blush, having that little bit of natural flush in your cheeks is incredibly useful. It makes you look alive. It makes you look glowing. It makes you look alert. It makes you look very, very young. So my recommendation is to never skip blush. Even if you're somebody who wants to use one of the very natural, very neutral blush colors, you can. You just want that little bit of peachy, pink, fleshy tone in your skin, no matter what color you choose. Now, some women are very hesitant to try some of these darker colors. They look very dark, they look very intimidating in their tins. However, because of the formulation of mascara 3D foundation, mascara cream makeup, even these really dark ones, they are incredibly sheer, they're incredibly beautiful, and a tiny little bit goes a very long way. These blush colors, some of these I've had for 3 years. You can see, like this one, I've had that for 3 years and use it daily. It is incredible. Janina, that's a good choice here. This one right here, oh, I don't have black cherry in here. Should we do Royal? Let's do Royal. This one looks incredibly dark, right? It looks like a deep, dark maroon color. This color is called Royal. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just gonna tap my finger, just like this, into this Royal color, and I'm gonna tap just a little bit onto my cheek right here using my finger. I typically apply my blush where the apple of my cheek, here's the apple of my cheek, I split it in half, a line down the middle, and I apply my blush on the back half of the apple of my cheek. Now you can see when I swatch this color, let me swatch it here on my arm for you. When I swatch this color, it looks very dark. It's the same color here on my cheek, but because it's so sheer, I tap just a little bit in using that same brush that I used earlier, the B Squared blush and bronzer brush. I tap it in and I get just a little bit of a beautiful flush in my cheek that makes me look younger, makes me look more vibrant, more active, more youthful, more glowing. It's insane how beautiful it is. Now let me give you one more example. This color right here, this is one of my very most favorites, and it is a scary color for a lot of people because it is such a bright fuchsia pink color. This color is called Ruby. I don't think we have any other colors that are as bright pink as this one. I believe Dahlia is pretty pink. It's a little bit of a lighter shade of pink, but this deep, dark, bright pink looks incredibly intimidating. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do this whole entire thing so you can see on the camera. Take my finger, and you can take your brush as well, but I like to use my finger. I'll swatch it here so you can see compared to Royal how dark this pink is. Isn't that insane? People would look at that and think, oh my goodness, no way, that's crazy. I'm gonna look like a made up Barbie doll or something. Take that color onto my finger, tap it right into the apple of my cheek, just like so. But let me show you something else. I'm actually gonna take that color and I'm also going to apply it onto my lips blend it in really well, and get a gorgeous, gorgeous little flush of color. Take my blush and bronzer brush, tap it in just like so, and look at how pretty that is. It is so soft and so subtle and so gorgeous. I mean, it kills me every time. It is so pretty. This is the color Ruby. Don't be afraid of the bright colors that you see online, or if you are close by with Janina and you can see some of her colors in person, don't be intimidated by them because they are so sheer. A tiny, tiny little bit goes a long, long way. If you are somebody, and there are many women in this category, if you are somebody who likes to have a really, really strong, dramatic, very, very vibrant, very detailed blush look, that is amazing. That is incredible. That is absolutely wonderful. You can take this color and you can layer it and you can deepen it. You can have as deep a dark and dramatic and incredible depth to the color as you want. The sky is the limit and the choice is yours. You can apply however works for you. I chose Ruby. Oh, Catrice, if you had Ruby chosen for you, I would take it and run with it. You are absolutely going to love Ruby. It's one of my favorites. Often because it's one of my favorites for customers to get, often because I know that they're like, okay, I'm trusting you, I'm putting my faith in you, but look at how incredibly beautiful and gorgeous and soft and subtle this color is. It's awesome. It's so awesome. I just can't say enough good things about it. Okay, we're gonna move on. So far I've done my highlight, I've done my contour, I've done my my lip and cheek color, which every single one of our lip and cheek colors, no matter which color it is applicable to both your cheeks and your lips. One color is called a lip and cheek color. And like I said, we have very, very soft, neutrally colors, and we have very bold, beautiful, sheer colors as well. And I recommend that you pick 2 or 3 and alternate between them because you'll get a different look every single day, and they're all incredible and they're all beautiful and amazing. Because it's summer, one of my very most favorite things is to be able to get a summer glow on my skin without doing the damage to my skin from the sun. I apply sunscreen every single day, every day without fail, whether it's summer, whether it's winter, no matter what, I wear sunscreen on my skin to help protect my skin from the damage that I did for so many years growing up. But my preference in having glowing, tan, beautiful, sunlit skin has not gone away, even though I don't want to cause that damage to my skin. So mascara has come up with a formula for something called our Bella Cream Bronzer. And this product is one of the most beautiful, most versatile, most incredible products that you can possibly have in your makeup compact. It's amazing. You can use this color as a lip liner. You can use it as a bronzer as it was created for, but you can use it as a lip liner. You can use it as an eyeshadow. You can use it as a lip color if you like a more muted, bronzy lip color. It's incredible. You can use it as an eyeliner also if you want to. It's a very, very warm color. Now the difference between the warmth in our Bella Cream Bronzer and the cool tone of your, let me put these side by side so I can show you the difference between the two. So here's my contour that I used, this one down here on the bottom. This is the color, and this is a cool color of brown. This is the color that I used for my contour. A shadow, if you look outside, a shadow is a very, very cool color. And so we want to recreate that on our face. Bronzer, however, we want to bring in the warmth. So there is a very, very strong difference. There is a very huge gap between what is contour, where do you apply it, and what is it used for, and the same thing with bronzer. They are not the same. And so you want to make sure that you have both in your compact. Contour is meant to emulate or emphasize a shadow. Bronzer is meant to bring a warm, sun-kissed glow to your skin. They have different purposes, and they are applied in different places. So let me show you how we apply. I'm going to use the same brush. This is my blush and bronzer brush again, and I'm just going to swirl into my Bella Cream Bronzer. Now, bronzer, typically you want to apply where the sun would naturally kiss your face. And for me, that's on the for all of us, that's on the high points of our face. So I like to bronze at the top of my cheekbones. Contour, remember, contour went underneath my cheekbone to emphasize the shadow. Bronzer goes on top of those cheekbones because that's where the sun would hit them. And I'm just going to swirl and dust it around my temple on the most prominent part of my forehead. And then the tops of my cheekbones. I even like to bronze just a little bit across my chin. And then just a tiny bit along my jawline. Not much, just a little. And I also am never afraid to add some down my neck, again, because we always want our face to match our neck and our chest area. And look at how much that just added so much warmth into my skin, but I still have the shadow, I still have the prominent cheekbones, I still have the shape and the structure and the dimension in my skin. But I also have the warmth and the inviting, and I get that sun-kissed, beautiful, beautiful glow just from adding one amazing, simple, and quick product. And I use such a little amount of my Bella Cream bronzer that this particular one, I have had when Bella Cream bronzer came out, and that was about 2.5 years ago. And I mean, you can barely see the pan on this one, and I've never melted it. If you don't know that, you can melt down your tins because they're cream. You can melt them on very low heat, turn them into a liquid, and all of the cream will seep into the middle. You do that as you get to kind of the very outer edges. Your makeup is stuck in the corners. If you melt it, then it'll come back and you'll be able to use more. But I've never melted this, and I've had this for 2.5 years, almost 3 years now. And a tiny little bit goes a long way, and it's only $14. Each one of these tins is only $14. And they'll last you a long stinking time. So let me show you one other thing really quickly. All of the colors, all of our makeup is incredibly versatile. You can use our lip colors on your cheeks. You can also use them as an eyeshadow. You can use your Bella Cream bronzer that I just used to give myself a little bit of a glow as an eyeshadow, as a lip liner. You can use your contour as an eyeliner, as a brow filler, to contour or to line your lips. You can use everything for so many different reasons or purposes. And I'm going to add just a little bit of my contour to kind of fill in, just slightly, fill in and shape my eyebrows. So this is the same contour color. It's called Indigo that I used on my lips, that I used for my contour. This brush that I'm using, again, every single mascara brush, no matter what brush it is, every single one of our brushes, every single one of our products is multifunctional, including our brushes. So this brush is another double-ended brush. This is called the Hotline brush. It has just a small angled brush on one side, and it has my brow and brush spoolie on the other. My brow and lash spoolie on the other is what I meant to say. And this brush is amazing because it allows me to create tiny little hair strokes and fill in my brows, flip it around, brush through that, and I have very beautiful, very naturally shaped brows using the colors that are already in my compact that I'm using already for other purposes. Like I said, mascara is so in tune with versatility and multifunctional products that it saves you even more money, even more time, even more space. I would so much rather, if I'm going on a trip, I would so much rather be able to pack more outfits, bring home more souvenirs, than have that space taken up by having to pack all sorts of different makeup. Look at how easily and beautifully it creates those natural hair strokes in my brows. Hi Cheryl, welcome. Let me make sure my two brows are even. I just cannot say enough how easy, how simple. Again, you guys, if you're just joining us, I really urge you to go back to the very beginning of this video to watch this video. And I talk about the versatility of this makeup for any makeup preferences. Anything that you could possibly want, this makeup can do for you, whether you want a very light natural makeup application, or if you want a very dramatic, very strong makeup application. I'm going to use another brush. This brush right here is our eyeshadow everything brush. I didn't do my eyes. I did my eyes before we started this video, but I want to show you just one more use for the versatility of this contour. I'm going to use it as an eyeliner. I'm just going to kind of shadow here on my lower waterline. This is my contour color, same contour color that I used here, same contour color that I used here on my lower lash line. and add just a little bit of depth and dimension on my lower lashes, and the same thing here. And look at how much that just emphasizes and brings out the shape in my eye. This one looks a little bit tired. Just by adding that little bit of dimension, it really opens it up. It brings so much more emphasis to the shape of my eye. And I'm using the same color I already used. So that is pretty much it. I'll throw on just a little bit of mascara. But the ease and simplicity of this makeup is unlike any other. You want to make sure that you get in contact with your artist, with Janina, to get your color match. But it's so simple, you guys. I can't tell you enough how simple, how amazing. I don't feel like I have anything on my skin. It feels very, very light, very, very natural. It's very easy to apply. It's very easy to learn. It's very easy to use, and it lasts all day long. Now, I prefer personally, I prefer a more dewy look. This is how I would apply my makeup, and I would go about my day. I'm going to throw on some mascara, but other than that, I would go about my day. However, if you are one who prefers more of a matte look, or if you're somebody who has oily skin, I highly, highly recommend, if you have oily skin, 99% of you, oily skin girls, need more moisture. However, if you have oily skin, and while your skin is acclimating to, and you're getting used to using more moisture, this is our vanilla dust setting powder. It's in a metal tin. It goes right into your compact, and you can press this into your skin. Any makeup that you're using, no matter what it is, you always want to press your powder, your setting powder, into your skin rather than dusting. You want to use a this is our Power Powder brush. Again, it's double-ended, just like all the rest of them. This is a very, very dense brush. You want to press powder into your skin rather than dust powder all over your skin. If you're pressing it into your skin, no matter what type of makeup you're wearing, no matter what brand it is, no matter whether it's a cream or a liquid, you always want to press your powder into your skin, because pressing it is going to allow the powder to bond to the foundation, and it's going to last all day long. If you're dusting your powder, if you're using like a big dusty powder brush, then you're going to allow your makeup to get kind of cakey and clumpy. It's going to wear funny. It's not going to last as long. If you're dusting, you're opening up way more opportunity for the cakiness of makeup. That's when if you look closely at somebody who uses a powder, most often they are dusting powder all over their face, and their face just looks powdery and cakey. We want to look natural, even if we want to have a matte look. So always make sure that you're pressing the powder into your skin using a dense brush, and that's going to keep you from getting that cakey look. And you can powder anywhere you want to, whether you have an oily T-zone here, or if you have an oily forehead, if you have oily eyelids, whatever the case may be, always, always, always press your powder. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to use my Perfector sponge really quickly just to press that in and to set my makeup really, really well. This is just $13. It is the most amazing beauty sponge you will find on the market. None other are as amazing as this, and it's cheaper than all the rest. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. That's the Perfector sponge. It's fantastic, phenomenal. If you have any questions, please reach out to ask. I'd be happy to answer a couple of questions as they come if you need them. If you are watching this replay later on, please reply or please comment on the video with hashtag replay. That means that way Janina will know that you are coming on and you are watching later on. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching, you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Janina for allowing me to take this time. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for being here. Let us know if you have any questions we can help answer, and have such an incredibly awesome, amazing day. But even more so, I hope that your week starts out today on this Monday with a bang. You are able to accomplish all that you want to, and you have an amazing, phenomenal week. Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.